greatest composers in the world today. They started off on some simple musical instrument.
Did they?
Take Mozart. He started off on a shoehorn.
Did he really?
Played a lovely tune on it.
Isn't it amazing what you can get a tune out of?
Yes, Jack O'Hagan, I think he played the one-string fiddle.
Yes.
There's something like the one-string fiddle.
One-string fiddle, yes.
Well, I've got a lovely little bit of agenda here.
Oh, not your bugle.
What's wrong with a bugle?
Oh, it's a filthy-looking thing, Nick.
Maybe in years to come, people will say, my word, old Nico. Did he get a wicked tune out of his bugle? Look how polished. I'll show you.
Righto, unwrap it and blow it.
Don't ever say that to me. It sounds like suck it and see with a lemon or something.
We're behind time.
Today, I'm going to play this bugle as I've never played before. I had jelly for breakfast. I'm going to blow it. I'm going to put a true obligato into it, second and none.
Blow it.
Don't keep saying blow it.
Come on.
Say, will you render an audition or something like that?
Look, put it up to your lips, let go a bit of wind, and we'll play it.
All right, well, wait till I get enough wind in me. You're right now.
Yes.
Listen to the obligato.
I'm listening.
F-O-R-D. Banish your unhealthy fat. Reduce safely. Reduce surely with Ford pills. If you're overweight, take Ford pills regularly. Follow the diet chart and slim to new health, new life, new vigor. Get Ford pills for slimming in red and gold plastic tubes, 5 and 6, everywhere.
What about that little bit, I say?
Oh, very tasty, Clifford, very tasty.
Nice. One of these days, I'm going to play it right through the ad.
Are you really? Not if I can help it.
And then I've got ambitions one day to get a mouthful of Ford pills, and as I blow, I'll use the thing as a pea shooter, but I'll put a little bit of spin on the pill.
I see.
And with practice, I reckon I could shoot a pill in any direction. All right, Dale?
Yeah.
I reckon it's beautiful. Well, Mum, I don't know what you're doing today, Dale. You still home or not? You're out, are you? If you're out, you can't listen to us. I was just going to suggest that maybe the kids need footwear, and I couldn't suggest a better place to go than Betsy Pryor. You can walk into any shoe store, can't you?
You can?
Walk into any shoe store, and maybe a junior comes and attends you. The kid doesn't know what you want in children's footwear, doesn't know how much to allow for growing Tootsie. Now, Betsy Prime, she's got something hanging on a wall.
She knows all about feet.
There's a diploma hanging on her wall. There's a diploma hanging on the wall. But if a diploma
should accidentally fall,
then she'll have no diploma
hanging on the wall.
She went to college. She studied orthopedics.
That's how she got her big diploma.
I know, I've seen it.
It's a beaut.
She hangs it behind the counter. And every time I walk in, she says, Nico, come and see my diploma.
And we have a lovely time, don't we?
Oh, it's real beaut. So now I'm saying that if you go along to Betsy, with this diploma, she's in the position to know just how much room to leave for growing little tootsies. And she is the only children's footwear specialist in Melbourne that I know of anyway. That's all she sells. That's all she's got. But she's got a lovely store. Regent Place right alongside the Regent Theatre. Beautiful. Well, Gray, look, I've had this. What about a cup of tea? Mrs. Parker would have it on now. A cup of Mrs. P's tea.
You want me to go and get you a cup of tea, Nick?
Would you mind a nice juicy cup?
I'll go and get you a cup of tea.
Ask her a new flavour, you know?
Right.
And if the milk's sour, not to put any of the milk in.
Okay, Nick, well, I'll see you later.
Yeah. Oh, dear, Ads. Ma, how are you today, Dal? Are you in the home on your own? Are you? I'm alone. You keeping well? Give us a look at you. Just stand in front of the radio. Let Cliff have a look. My word, you've put on a bit of weight, sweet, haven't you? You know, I was reading only last night in a magazine where the trouble, when you get up in years, the trouble is that the tummy muscles sort of relax. And if they relax, they sort of can't keep your tummy in because they stretch. How many women do you know? Now, you're about the same way yourself, love. The tummy relaxes so much, they finish up with a stomach round the knees. Now, this is a bad show because men like to see women with the bumps in the right place, right? Now, look, what I'm going to suggest, I'll tell you how you can fix all this. Get up in the front bedroom and stand in front of the mirror and get up a block and tackle, you see. Now, from the tackle, bring it down and hitch it under your drop stomach. Then start pulling the rope, and once you get it in the right position, the tummy's in its right position, get some adhesive tape and put around your stomach like that, right over the front here, and around your shoulder, and down the other side, and keep your stomach in the place where it should be. Then put on your dressing gown, pair of slippers or an overcoat, get a taxi, and whip right into Park Avenue, walk inside and say, "What can you do for this?" And before you can say Bob's your uncle, they'll set to work. They'll have the best foundation garment that ever you did know. They're experts, you see. Now, some women go to the wrong experts for their foundation garments, people who don't realise what a foundation garment should be. They certainly can't take it off. They pummel it around, and many a woman walks out with a hump on her back, simply because the foundation garment's not right. Now, if you go to Park Avenue, foundation garments...
I'm back.
You got the tea?
You sent me out of the studio deliberately then so that you could get all intimate with the listeners.
Well, I'm only telling them to go to Park Avenue for a good foundation garment or a good pair of brassiers. Now, what's wrong with a decent pair of brassiers?
Oh, most important. I agree.
If you get a decent pair, they'll last you a lifetime. We know some women who, during the summer, they don't need them. And what do? Cut the centre ribbon, fill each little cup with earth, and grow geraniums in them.
Some even use them as jelly moulds.
Yeah. These bras or whatever they are, they'll last for years and years, won't they?
They certainly will, Nick, especially if you get them from Park Avenue.
Yeah. They're in Hoddle House, you know, on the corner of Little Col and Elizabeth Street, on the first floor. Well, good luck, son. Oh, I don't like the look of this tea.
It looks putrid, doesn't it?
She can't make tea, this woman. Good luck.
Good luck.
Bad doing today.
Oh, I think he could stand re-watering, Nick.
You could say that again.
I say I think he could stand...
I heard it the first time. But Tiny Tips tea, Ma. My father was a cricketer.
Yes?
In the Battle of Waterloo.
What happened?
The wind blew round his off stump.
Oh.
And he didn't know what to do.
To everyone and all, you'll find no greater friendliness. Seek where you can, than the warm and friendly helping hand of your friendly Electrolux man.
Let me solve your house cleaning problems with the wonderful Electrolux vacuum cleaner. We all look forward to meeting housewives.
I'll say that again. Electrolux, you can contact them, Mr. Wilkinson. He's the fella down there that sits on a big chair with his feet on the table, waiting for one only customer.
And his telephone number is MY1851.
As a matter of fact, Mr. Wilkinson yesterday paid one visit to a very satisfied client. He knocked on the door and he said, "Well, how do you do, madam?" She took one look at him and said, "Another satisfied client. Mr. Wilkinson is the man to ring."
Nick, I thought we might test the velocity of the wind.
Pardon?
I thought we might find out how strong the wind's blowing outside.
I haven't been at all well, you know. I've been sucking peppermints and cloves, but this wind, it's getting me under. When I was a little boy, Mother used to put me across her shoulder, you know, and tap me on the number plate.
Yes.
That was a good cure. But if you like, I'll open the window.
Oh, fair enough.
I think that's pretty fair.
Let's try,
It's
shall
a
we?
beautiful sunny day outside, girls. Lovely. Listen to the sunlight.
Mighty rough cuff you've got there, Joe.
Yeah. Can't seem to throw it off out here in the open. This blizzard sure cuts me down.
Here, try some of my Buckley's. It's mighty powerful stuff. I wouldn't be without a bottle in my saddlebag. A single sip proves Buckley's Canadiol mixture.
Baby, it's cold outside, isn't it?
Certainly is.
Oh, you know, this is the time of the year when if everything's bright inside, you don't care about rains or storms or anything else. I like to see things nicely polished, don't you?
Truly.
We've got lots of good things to polish various things, Ma. We've got Vatric 158. That's a sort of a polish that you use on linos and things like that. Always advisable not to wash a lino because they're porous, aren't they?
That's right.
Mother doing all right?
She's doing very well.
Mm-hmm. Because if you wash your lino, the water seeps into it and can start a lot of rot. And speaking of rot, this is an ad. But if you use Vatric 158, look, just to wipe over with Vatric, it removes grease marks and heel marks and every other sort of mark. Then a dry cloth and wacko the dead, it's beaut. If you want to polish silverware, we've got a product. Tell them what you did to Grandma's compots.
Oh, yes, my grandmother. She's got two of the beauteous looking comports you've ever seen, and I polished them.
Beautiful big comports. She's the proudest woman about her comports, isn't she?
I'll say she invites everyone in to see them, the mailmen, the icemen, everyone. They all come
Everyone
in.
wants to see Grandma's comports.
Because they're polished so
She
well.
took them down the street one day.
They're big, you know, for her to carry around with her.
Well, she's putting on weight, you know.
But still, I polished them, and she's very proud of them.
Yeah, and it was eye gleam polishing wool, wasn't it?
Certainly was.
Girls, that's the way to polish silver plate, you know. It's a sort of a bit of wool that you pull out of a container and you pull a little bit off it. You get to work like this. See? You're not watching.
I'm watching.
You were not watching. I was polishing the centre of my palm, and you were not looking at me.
Well, as soon as we get television, I'll start to watch, Nick.
Right. Yes, this eye gleam polishing wool, girl. It's a fine wool that can't possibly scratch, but for silverware, you know, silver plate and stuff, even for chrome work, copper, brass, it will polish anything at all. It's a Nightingale product, and it's called Eye Gleam, and it's a real beauty too. Listen, I've got an ad here. This is an ad, girls. You know they're all ads. We don't call them ads, friendly advice, and probably, you know, whipping through 5,642 per day. Well, we get a bit tired of them, and we like to present them in new ways. But if you handle every advert in a different sort of a way, well, maybe you'll listen to it. This is a little sort of an advert that whereby it needs a soft little bit of music underneath it.
Have no fear, my friend. I've got us some soft music over here, Nick.
Now, look, I'll tell you how it starts. If
I'll
you're
put
in
it on.
search of a reasonably priced and attractive gift for a bride's-to-be.
Oh, that definitely demands something soft and sweet.
Yes, well, you have your headphones on,
Mm-hmm.
so I'll just wait until you say start, you see, and then I'll do this lovely ad for something for the bride-to-be.
Well, I'll tell you what, with this one, being the music such as it is, you start, and I will bring in the soft string instruments under your voice. And I guarantee you won't tell the difference.
Could I hear a little bit of the music?
Certainly.
I think if you started it like they do on the wireless, you start a little bit, and then you look at me and you say, right, like that, and I whip in the ads, eh?
Okay.
I'll be guided by you, Graham.
Thank you very much.
I just want a nice little bit of bridesmaids music.
All right, look, I'll give you a sample.
Yeah.